when you say either, who are you referring to?
Well, I don't think Jeff wanted the Cardinals to win.
Oh, yeah, of course. Because I did, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
Jeff, how are you?
You did. Oh, yeah, Jeff's
Jeff.
I cut my teeth on sports fanaticism.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I will say, do you remember when we were making our picks in the beginning of the year?
Uh-huh.
And Jeff gave Beef and I so much crap for having the Nats in the playoffs. You remember, Beef?
I remember the playoff picks.
Oh, yeah. We had Nats going, and Jeff's like, you guys are crazy.
You had
There's no
Cards
way."
and Nats.
I had Cards and Nats, yes.
Yeah.
I don't know if you had them in. Who'd you have in the World Series? Do you remember?
Yankees, Dodgers.
Well, that one's not going to come through, Taylor.
No.
Who did you have, Beef?
I'm double checking that.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
I know I had the Mets.
It was a dark day, and you did have the Mets. I had the Cubs, so that worked out great.
Yeah. I think Jeff probably had the Braves.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Tater had her favorite team, the Milwaukee Brewers.
No. She just didn't pick the Cubs, rightfully so. She's a true journalist, and I won't let you disparage her.
She sold out her
anymore.
journalistic integrity.
I won't let you disparage her anymore.
You would know.
So we'll talk some baseball later.
Jeff had the Cubs and Yankees.
Oh, okay.
I had the Cubs and Astros. Dan, you
Okay.
had the Mets and the Astros. And Tater had the Dodgers and the Astros.
All right, so we all still have a team left, but the Astros are on the ropes. Listen, I went down to HQ yesterday, and HQ being Jaguars Stadium, and did some media. It was media day. I don't know if you know that or not. So I did some interviews on Wednesday. That's when media day is. Talked to some of the fellas. Jalen Ramsey was back at practice. If you ask me on the surface, well, so what, will he play Sunday? My first inclination would be no. But I do know this. I do know that, listen, the owner is continuing to have discussions with Jalen Ramsey. Now, the owner, I don't think was here yesterday, but I do think the owner came in Tuesday and spent some time with Jalen Ramsey. And what I don't know is the tenor of the conversation. I don't know if it's, we're not going to trade you. We really want you to play here. We really value you. Or more of, listen, I don't care what you do. But you're going to be on this team. So I'm not sure what the tenor is. I lean towards, a combination of both. I think he's more so Shad Khan telling Jalen, hey, listen, we want you here. We're not going to trade you. So I think Jalen's in a little bit of a, I don't want to say tough spot, but I don't know what his side is going to do. He clearly doesn't want to be here, but what other options does he have? Like, reality has set in now. They're not going to trade him. So if they're not going to trade him, what's he supposed to do? Is he going to jake it the whole? And again, is he going to play, or is he going to come up with something else? He was limited in practice yesterday. And again, with the back, you know how the back is. It can quote tighten up. So if it tightens up, then he probably won't play. So I'll be curious to see how this week unfolds again with Ramsey and the Jaguars. Doug Marrone has bent over backwards for Jalen Ramsey, kind of, if you will, covered for Jalen Ramsey, if you will, he's, it's just.
I think the whole team has on all levels.
Yeah. And I think the team is, I'll say this, I know enough of the team is not all of the team is on board with, what's been going on, obviously. Mm-hmm. It gets old.
Well, there has to be a little frustration.
Yeah, it gets
They're
old.
trying to win games out there
Right.
also.
Right. And while people will say, well, the picture isn't a big deal, and it's not on its surface, but when the picture was taken on your game day, when your team is in Carolina and you're in Houston, it's kind of not a great message.
Yeah.
It's a message of I still want to be traded, obviously. So anyway, we'll talk a lot about the Jags today. They are focused on the Saints. And look, all challenges now on the defense because Christian McCaffrey Part 2 comes to town, or we just lost Alvin Kamara Part 1. But those two guys, to me, are the same running back. Basically. They both catch the ball tremendously. They both break tackles. They both can run outside or inside. I mean, to me, the only difference is the Saints have more weapons, so it's even tougher. The Saints, Carolina doesn't have any receivers, tight ends who scare you, per se, while New Orleans has Michael Thomas, who is an unbelievable football player. So I think it's going to be a tough challenge, and I think it's time for the rubber to hit the road and the defense to say, okay, we are good. And if they are good, they'll do something. If they're not good, they won't. And I think it's that simple. So anyway, we'll see how all that pans out. That will be and it'll be I think it'll be a huge crowd on Sunday. I think it'll be electric there. I think there'll be a lot of Saints fans there, which is okay because there'll be a lot more Jags fans. But it should be a fun day at the bank. And the other side of it is, can Minshew continue? Can the offense continue? You have this confidence now that they will, but you never know. You never know. So still lots of questions out there about this Jaguars football team at 2-3 now this season. So a lot to do. I think Jeff is gone for the day. I think he up and left.
I thought you guys had the first segment produced.
He's back.
So, I didn't need to sit around. He had the first segment produced. So, no, I was surprised to come back, and
you
guys were just, blathering out cliches and not talking about anything. I thought we were doing something creative. And
I thought you were highly unprofessional getting up and leaving during the segment.
Yeah, talk about unprofessional, buddy.
Yeah. What?
Just a rhetorical question.
Oh. Was that a
question?
It's a rhetorical statement.
Yeah. I wasn't being rhetorical. I thought that was highly unprofessional of you to leave.
Well, I don't care.
And not answer any of the questions about what happened to your baseball club.
I find that
last
to
night.
be way low on my importance scale.
All right.
The bottom. Probably the bottom. The least important thing right now in my entire existence is your opinion of my professionalism.
Yeah. Well,
so that's it.
I guess the show doesn't matter then. Maybe.
Oh, well, it does.
Maybe I'll just
sure
leave from
does.
7:15 to 7:30.
Or 6 to 7.
Yeah. So that's contractually
sure.
in the record.
Yeah, you bet.
Yeah.
I listened to Hickey was quoted in an ESPN article.
Thank you, Beef. Media guy. National guy, Tony
Kind of a
Caselli.
legend.
Yeah.
Caught him.
There it is, baby.
Caught him. Now when he just hooks you up with Dan Patrick at the Hall of Fame, he can say 2 national guys.
Well, this show is off the rails already, as expected. It's 7:12. There's a lot of tension in the room.
Both your teams win out every year, and you don't do all that nonsense. It sucks. It's bullshit.
Here we go.
You don't have to.
Yeah. Run into
Didn't
the
say
button.
it.
Bye.
Didn't say
Bye,
it.
Jacksonville.
Didn't say it.
Click.
Taylor, did I say it?
It was stopped, but it was pushing it.
Too close for comfort.
It was pushing it. I understand, though. I had to listen to the Spanish call of Cody Parkey's when I came in the next day.
Spanish call? That make it better?
Yeah, no.
The problem is, these two sissies don't do it to each other because they're afraid of each other, so they won't play. They don't play the 10 minutes when his team loses, 10 minutes when his team loses. So that's the problem. It's not like it's not a back and forth.
Yeah. You have to learn to edit and do it yourself.
Royals 7.
That's a good point.
Mets 2.
Have you do it for me.
Bottom of the 12th
No, we
inning.
never
The
played
Royals
this.
are
right.
one
Yeah, we
step
played this like
away.
one time.
One ball,
you went
2
home.
strikes.
Is what
So
happened.
quick, you found this.
Davis comes to the
Went
plate.
home is what he did. Not in his
Strike
car, grabbed his
three
keys. I
call.
remember it.
It's over. They've done it.
Well, you found that pretty quick for someone who never played it.
That's correct. And the last time it was played, you have a log on that? Was that about 2012 the last time you played that, in all honesty?
It happened in 15.
Is there a log?
It happened in 15. So I don't know. But anyway, we'll get Jeff some tissues and
I don't need any tissues, buddy.
Try to help him out here.
No, I'm not sad. I'm not depressed. I don't need any tissues. I don't. Not a one. Not a one. I'll be rooting for hashtag Monday after Georgia. Yeah, that's what I'll be doing. Sick 'em on you.
This is the drill.
Now, Downtime with Dan on 1010XL. Brought to you by Ameris Bank. Our look is changing, but our commitment to you remains fierce. Learn more at amerisbank.com/new look.
So many things to feel good about, but so many questions heading into Sunday with the Jaguars as they get ready to take on the New Orleans Saints. And the question really focuses on the defense, and which is a little odd around here. Talk about a 180 as we sit here and wonder, can the defense stop the New Orleans Saints? I know Teddy Bridgewater's playing quarterback, and that's all well and dandy. But the bottom line is they have two of the best offensive weapons in the game, and Alvin Kamara and Michael Thomas, and they use both greatly. In fact, to me, I think that the Saints with Kamara, because they have Thomas, are more dangerous than the Panthers, who really only had 22, and we know what 22 did to the Jaguars defense 1 week ago. Is their pride wounded? Will they step up? Will they do enough to find a victory? That remains to be seen as the Jaguars get ready to host the New Orleans Saints on Sunday.
At Ameris Bank, we didn't become bankers so we could tell you no. We chose this profession